Hi, this is Simon Liang from simonliang.com. Welcome back to our show, and today we are welcoming finally the last 2 weeks of the year, which is going to be very, very exciting, assuming that you have what it takes to plan what you need to do in order for you to make 2021 absolutely awesome. So as always, we are on just at any time, on any day, without any preparation whatsoever and without any notice either. And so I would be surprised every single time on our friends who show up, on our friends who actually come in and say hi. And if it's you and you're watching us live at this very moment, I want to invite you to leave a comment, say hi, put in your name. If I can't see it, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but also let me know where you're watching me from, which country, which city, as well as what time, because we always want to make it a point. If you happen to be here live, we do want to make it a little bit of a conversation with you so that it won't be a boring one-sided monologue. And that's really one of the main benefits of actually watching live and being here live, is because we actually want to make ourselves a little bit different from a lot of the other live streams. Maybe we want to feature you a little bit, maybe we want to talk to you, but definitely connect with you to see how we can help you. And so today is going to be a little bit interesting because for the entire month of December, we have been celebrating what we call VLOGMAS, right? And today is day 19, which means that yes, we still have been uploading every single day. We've been keeping up with our commitment because in life, if you want to think about any elements of success, whether it's professional, whether it's personal, whether it's just for you and for nobody else, it's not only about setting your goals, it's also about keeping them. It's also about taking action. It's also about making sure that whatever it is that you set your mind to, you go out there and you keep yourself accountable to make sure that you do it. And probably because I've been able to upkeep this type of mental attitude for the past, 20 plus years since I've been an internet entrepreneur, I would probably be the first to admit it's not easy, okay? Making promises even to yourself, making the commitment, it's not an easy thing to do because sometimes you push yourself over the limit. You don't know if you're able to do something, and I'll tell you, this is the very first time ever that I have committed to posting videos, something as small, right? You don't really think about it. Something as small as just posting videos for 25 days in a row. It might not seem very big at all, but actually, if you're an entrepreneur, you have a lot of things going on, it can be a commitment, and I have never ever done that before. So for me, I thought that this was something that I should try and do, and it's because of my pact to myself to say, if I'm gonna make a promise, I'm going to keep it. If I'm going to say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. It's because of this mental attitude that I have upkept for the past 15, 20 years since becoming a full-time entrepreneur that has ultimately led me to the path of where we are right now in 2020. Because just like many people out there, I'm sure I could very easily just throw in the towel and say, man, 2020 was so rough. It's so hard. So many bad things have happened. All my businesses, my traditional full-time businesses that I had been running previous to March of this year, all completely shut down. In fact, just moments ago, I was reading a message from somebody who messaged one of my pages, which was surprising to say the least, because it was in a company that I was no longer running. And this person was saying, hey, can I find out how much it is to rent your space? Oh, here's the thing. I don't even have my venue anymore, right? I don't even have that business anymore. But the fact of the matter is that because of the marketing that we have been doing such a great job in ever since the beginning, every single one of my businesses, whether it's about my seminars, whether it's about my courses, whether it's about my speaking business, about my live global traveling, my agencies, my venue rental businesses across multiple of all of my different venues in multiple cities. Yes, I still continue to get inquiries about them. simply because we continue to get our exposure on YouTube, on Facebook, on Google, and all the other search engines. People still continue to find us. So that's the amazing thing about internet marketing, is that you can't even put a stop to it, to all your traffic, unless you want to. Sometimes not even if you wanted to, you can't even put a stop to it either. So this is all results that will continue to work for you. And this is probably one of the bigger reasons why I would say 2020 has yet become another one of my successful years, simply because of the way that we started doing things. Of course, we started over, just like many people out there. We did new things. We shut things down and we built things from the ground up, all brand new. And it's despite of all these changes, it's despite the fact that we had to adapt to so many new things, that yes, this allowed us with this very fundamental skill. It allowed us to be able to start over reflectively and successfully, so that all of us can be successful in whatever it is that we do. Okay. And so that leaves us really to you, because now we're ending the last 2 weeks of 2020. And so for you, whether you're watching us live right now or whether you're watching us on the replay, yes, the same is for all of us, isn't it? The same time limit is set for all of us. The same situation is for most of us all around the world. If you're locked down, if you're shut down, if you're being restricted by a lot of different things, the truth of the matter is that many of us are in very, very similar situations. So now is the time for all of us, with the exact same amount of time left in 2020. The new year is almost over. Put the past behind you. Set your egos aside. Let bygones be bygones. Forget about the politics for a moment. Forget about the, pandemic. Forget about all the politicized, mask wearing and social distancing and sanitizing and everything else. Forget about all of that for just a moment and focus on you, because the new year is here. It can be better than 2020, and we don't have to depend. And I've said this a million times. We don't have to depend on the government. We don't have to depend on who your president or who your prime minister or who your king and queen and your government is. You depend on you. It doesn't matter if you're restricted. If you have the fundamental skills of becoming a leader, knowing what it takes to become successful, and you want to start today, right here, right now, to make 2021 your best year yet, with the combination of having either a computer or a smart device and an internet connection, then this is the session that is going to be extremely important to you. Now, yes, 2021 can be better, but only if you allow that to happen and do what you need to do in order for you to make 2020 absolutely amazing for each and every single one of you. So today we're going to talk about how you can fast start your 2021. Now, with that said, I'm not sure how many of you have been around these live streams for a while. In case you're not aware, in case you don't know about this particular mastermind group, this is something that I have actually been focusing on for probably the past several months or so. As a result of the pandemic, yes, everything got shut down, as I just mentioned. My seminars got shut down, my courses got shut down, my live events got shut down, but it didn't take away from my ability to continue to teach, continue to share. And this time, I decided that for a limited time only, I was only gonna do it for free. And I kept that as well. I made the commitment and I promised that I was going to do it, and I did it. Ever since March of this year, I have not sold a single course. I haven't sold anything on a webinar, and it wasn't even until a couple of weeks ago when my friends started approaching me in the events business, in the seminar business. They say, hey, let's start to create something completely new. Let's start for 2021, set our plans. And so that was exactly what we did. But just so that you know, this mastermind that you see on the screen right now, it is still going to be there. It is still going to exist. And just for a quick moment, if you have never seen this, I know I've talked about this in some of my videos. I've talked about this in some of my live streams, my live classes, my webinars, my my groups, even on my Facebook pages and social media, but never do I actually remember having actually shown this right here. So here, as you can see, if you go to simonleon.com/mastermind, you will see an opportunity for you to join. Right now, it is still free, a private online community where you can basically ask me any questions that you want. You can interact and you can also communicate and network with some of the leaders who have actually grown from the inside. From the past several months, have just started as newbies, or maybe I just connected with them and somehow, some way they rose up the ranks and became mentors. And here you will be able to meet a lot of them. And I definitely invite you to go to simonleon.com/mastermind to see a little bit more about what that is all about. And in addition, though, what I would probably say has been a life changer, not only for me, but also for my ability to be able to change a lot of people's lives, is because of something that we call the Groove community. If you've never heard of the Groove community, okay, I want to invite you once again to another link that you should write down or maybe even visit right now, and just keep your window open for just a short while, because over here you will actually see that at myinternetbuilder.com, this is the place where you can learn all about this community that I have been talking about, where you will also get additional training and get this 100% free marketing software as well. And so this is definitely a place where you should get to go to. Go to myinternetbuilder.com, read all about it right here on this page. The world's #1 website creator, page designer, and funnel builder, now free for life, but maybe just for a limited time only as well, because the free offer may eventually go away. Scroll down just a little bit to learn that you can actually join this as an all-in-one sales system. You can learn how to make money online, 10x your business, also a private community group where you can actually be partners as affiliates in this community as well. And I will talk more about that in just a moment, because I actually have much more that I want to be sharing here with you today. Now, just really quickly, I want to give a shout out to one of my leaders who is right here on this actual live right now. His name is Nicholas. He has a YouTube channel called Groove Pages Training. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. And he's saying, "Hey Simon, great to be on another live." Yes, it's always great to have you, and it's awesome that I don't actually need to ever remind you or say anything, because I'm just very spontaneous that way. I decide to go live and I go live, and somehow Nicholas always gets the notification. So I recommend for all of you who want to be just like Nicholas, at the bottom of the screen, you will see my YouTube channel, you will see my Facebook page, and you'll also see my Twitter. If you can go to one or all or any of them, subscribe or like or follow, you also can be notified the next time or anytime that we go live, so that you can be notified, you can interact, and you can ask questions just like all of our friends here today. But because we do have another session here for you, the reason why I mentioned the Groove community is because later on tonight, my time, I'm going to go live in our private community as well. So if you're just here on any of my YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or other social media handles, or maybe even on my website directly, you unfortunately won't be able to see that live. So I highly recommend that you join us at myinternetbuilder.com. Again, that's myinternetbuilder.com. As Nicholas says, join the Groovement, because once you are there, you will then be able to get access to not only me, but a whole bunch of other experts that I want to talk to you more about in just a moment as well. Now, in a short while, I will share my screen again, but just really quickly, I want to give a little summary of 2020, because I believe that all of us have been through a very unique, a very different kind of year this year. And even if you've been new to internet marketing or you've been around for quite a while, one thing that you will notice is that very few, if any communities or trainers or experts out there will ever continue to provide you training for free. If they somehow got affected by the pandemic, if they can no longer sell their courses offline, if they can no longer do their seminars, I believe that many of us have noticed an increase in the number of Facebook ads about, courses or webinars that are continue to be sold every single day. And so one big difference between me and I would say many of them, and this is how you can tell the real deal from many people out there, I actually have not been selling any of my courses. And in fact, this entire year, I have been doing absolutely free training as well as support. I've been growing people from the ground up. And you can ask, for example, Nicholas, right? He has been somebody who has quietly been following me for the last decade plus. I didn't even connect with him until just a few months ago. And now here we are. And he has quickly grown up, raised up the ranks to do collabs with me. He's a leader in one of my communities, and we're going to be doing a lot more cool things together as well. But here's the thing, right? I'm sure just like Nicholas and just like many of you may have seen, a lot of people continue to go on their fake guru journeys. These are people who are wannabes. These are some of the people, especially in this part of the world. And I don't want to sound mean, but I'm going to keep it real. Many people can't even speak the language properly, okay? They cannot speak English properly. They cannot speak fluently whatever languages that they might be speaking. And yes, I myself, I'm also multilingual. And when I hear them, I see them speaking English. I hear them speak in Mandarin Chinese. I hear them speak in Cantonese. I cringe. Okay, because none of them, regardless of which dialect that they're speaking, none of them can speak authentically in a way that if they're speaking to people outside of Malaysia, if they're speaking to people outside of Singapore or anywhere around this part of the world, I can guarantee that other people will have problem understanding their accents, understanding their languages, understanding the way that they're speaking. Okay, now I'm not here to talk down anybody. As I have been taught ever since I was very young, my teacher encouraged the kids to not make fun of me because I spoke in a very heavy accent when I was growing up. And they said that, if you are able to speak in different languages or different accents, that is a plus to you because that means that you're multilingual. So I'm not by any means trying to push people down for speaking in a particular accent. But if you want to be an established trainer, if you want authority, if you want to be respected, push yourself past the boundary and say, yes, despite being from a different background, push yourself to increase your level of communication. Push yourself to be able to communicate in a way that the entire world will be able to understand you. Push yourself to be able to speak confidently and in a way that is fluent to anybody around the world. Because if I tell you that if I listened to my teachers and I said, oh yeah, it's because I speak other languages and that's why I should forever speak in a heavy Chinese accent when I'm speaking in English, then I will tell you I will never improve. And it wasn't until I improve, it wasn't until I'm confident that the entire world will understand me did I even try to embark into the world stages. Did I even try to become a professional speaker? Did I even try to start doing YouTube videos or live streams online the way that you're watching me do right now? So never ever stop improving, okay? Never ever stop improving yourself. But at the same time, also do not overrun it, okay? Do not overwhelm yourself and do not overqualify yourself because there will be times when all of us, our egos are bigger than our qualifications. And we're actually not good enough to actually be in front of the camera. We're not good enough to explain things. We're not good enough to have a global audience. And so that's why I say a lot of these so-called fake gurus, they couldn't even get the fundamentals straight, right? They couldn't even communicate in a way that, let's not say the world. Sometimes I can't even understand what they're saying. And yes, they are, and I'm very globally averse. I am very in touch with a lot of people, a lot of accents around the globe. I have heard every single accent there is, and I can understand most people in regular conversations. But to most of these people, they can't even communicate effectively. Their grammar is all over the place. Their figure of speech and everything else is all wrong. It's all completely grammatically incorrect to the point where even I have trouble understanding them. So that being said, the only way that you can actually trust somebody is if you know that they have even worked on themselves, if they even know what they are doing, and you know that they're an established speaker, they can communicate effectively. It doesn't matter if they stutter. It doesn't matter if they say ahs and ums. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ability for them to communicate, to say something, and you know that not only you can understand, but confidently, people from all around the world can also understand them. This is the very, very fundamentals of you if you ever want to become a guru, if you ever want to become an expert, someone who is well respected. Make sure that you work on your communication skills first. And so for me, I am very proud to say that yes, I have been a marketer ever since 1997. Unlike many of these so-called fake gurus who have not been around for more than a few months, some maybe 1 or 2 years at the very most. And not only that, I don't care about patting myself on the back and saying how long I've been around. Yes, I've been around since 1997 for the past 23 years, close to 24 years. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what I know. It doesn't matter even who I know in due respect, right? A lot of times it's who knows you and who respects you. And yes, you can, if you want, just get in front of the camera and do live streams, be on videos, do webinars, run ads, and do a whole bunch of different things, do your own YouTube videos, and even go on the live stage, right? It doesn't matter. A lot of people can get to know you, but who actually knows you is the most important. I'm talking about the who's who of the market, your friends who would be well-respected mentors, leaders, and speakers in their spaces. That is the most important. And what I'm even more proud of than even me saying I've been around since 1997, for the past 23 years, I've been doing internet marketing. What is even more respectable than that is I would say I have a lot of well-known, veteran, expert, famous friends, and they know me. In fact, I'm friends with them. In fact, I have good relationships with them. In fact, I'm talking about friends whom I know who are not only CEOs, they're also co-founders. They're also owners of multi-million-dollar companies. And I'm talking about this year in 2020, when so many people have struggled, when so many people wasted their time on the streets complaining, whining, bitching on social media, right? And they're protesting and they're causing riots and they're just making a whole lot of noise, insulting one another. During this time, there are tons of people that I know within the community that I'm talking about. And not only that, the leaders, the founders, right? The co-founders and the CEO and all those great people, they quietly made $50 million this year alone on a brand new company. And it wasn't even the last 12 months. In fact, it was just in the last several months, all because they're experts in what they're doing. Not only that, the reason why they're able to do that is because it wouldn't be uncommon for them to make $100,000 USD in just a single day. In fact, there have been days on multiple occasions that they made over $1 million. Yes, in one single 24-hour period. And so those are the people that I'm working with. Those are the people that I'm also learning from. And those are the people that we have created our community around as well. And that's why if I say you're here, you're joining us, whether live or on the replay, this is an exciting time for you. Why? Because in early 2021, our collaboration is actually going to go public for probably the very first time ever, where I will actually be joining them to put together probably alongside the world's best course that you have ever seen in your life. And what I want to share with you right now are two different links, okay? The first link, I'm going to copy this for you, and I'm going to paste it into the chat, wherever it is that you might happen to be. Maybe it will show up in your comments, but maybe it won't. If it doesn't, what I want to do is to show this to you on the screen right now. Go to simonleon.com/launch party. Okay, again, that's simonleon.com/launch party. And when you go there, this is what you're going to see. Okay, simonleon.com/launch party. This is actually an invitation to a private party that we actually had about 15 hours ago. Okay, it was in the middle of the night for me. It started around 3 a.m., but I stayed up for it because, you know, as they say, if you want it, you'll find a way. If you don't want it, you'll find an excuse. We never find excuses for anything. And so that's why I said I stayed up until 6 a.m. my time to be a part of this launch party, which was a private invitation. And that's why I didn't say too much about it. But now that it's over, anybody can be there to, number one, either watch the replay. As you can see over here, the replay is coming soon. And number two, there will be a second launch party that will be coming up in the next several days as well. So what I want to invite you to do right now is to go to simonleon.com/launch party, scroll down just a little bit, and you will see where it says reserve your seats. Of course, I recommend that you read through the entire thing because it was a huge launch party that basically saw the launch of a brand new series of magazines that we are calling the Groove magazine. So all of this stuff is extremely cool. As you scroll down, you will be able to learn all about it. I recommend that you do that, okay? And during here, when you register, your first name, your last name, your email address, you will have the opportunity to see the launch party, the live event that we all saw, and also be on the waiting list for the next one whenever it does come up live. Okay, so stay tuned for more information about that. This launch party about the Groove magazine is definitely something that you don't want to miss. But wait, there is more, okay? Because there is a second link. Remember, I told you there are two links that I want you to write down right now. The second link is right here. I'm going to paste this in again into the chat. If you're able to see it, I recommend that you copy and paste it into your own browser as well. If not, I'm going to show this to you, especially if you're watching it on replay. Obviously, it is not so convenient for you to just look into the comments. Maybe there will be other things going on and you don't know which one. I'll show this on the screen for you right now. simonleon.com/2021. Okay. Again, simonleon.com/2021. And this is where you will see the page about the 2021 Fast Start Marketing Lab. Get it done in 2021. It is a very time limited offer, okay? It will be gone December 31st at midnight because we are going to start this the very 1st of January, and all of you who have the foresight to join us will be able to get involved. So again, I highly recommend that when you go to simonleon.com/2021 that you come here and you just look through, read through everything, because this will provide you with all the information that you will need about this particular Fast Start program. It is absolutely awesome. And earlier I mentioned that I am very proud to be working with the top marketers in the world, people who are responsible for making a $50 million company in less than 1 year, people who are responsible for making 100,000, even over $1 million USD in just one single day. We have put together the ultimate course for you that you should check out right now by coming to simonleon.com/2021. You will get to learn from the Michael Jordan of internet marketing, the guy who is the CEO and co-founder of this community that I have been telling you about. Created multi-million-dollar launches for the past 16 years. One of the veterans, the guy who actually inspired me to leave my full-time job at Google and created Freedom Day on August 5th, Mr. Mike Fulsame. He will be the lead head coach in this particular training. So lots of modules, lots of great training that you will be involved in. And it's not just going to be Mike himself. It's also going to be his co-founders, his partners, John Cornetta, Matt Seralta. You're also going to hear from Donna Fox, and this is Frank Salinas, and a lot of other fellow Groovesters who are big parts of the team as well, learning about e-commerce, learning about internet marketing. Again, come here to the actual page itself. Who is this super cool guy right here? Yes, I am, again, very, very proud to be on this roster of teaching anybody who has the foresight to be join us how to start $1 million business with different ideas that you can use today. I personally will also be sharing video SEO strategies for top Google and YouTube rankings, how to fully optimize your on-page SEO in Groove pages to maximize your Google results, and also top ways to promote Groove funnels as a beginner affiliate. But that's not all. A lot of my other veteran friends, for example, Coach Deb, I have known her for over 10 years. I believe it's about 14 or 15 years now as well, in conjunction with many other marketers who are pretty much, and Joe Jablonski, I've also known him for the past 15 years. These are all basically the top people internally inside of the Groove team, marketers, copywriters, graphic designers, page builders, you name it. They are all here, and they've put together the ultimate course for you that is going to be very private. It is only going to be accessible to those who join us right here through this link that you see on the screen right now, simonleon.com/2021. And I will tell you, because of the launch party that happened yesterday, this has already started. This is our private Facebook group where all the magic is going to happen. As you can see, it is a private group right here. We have already 134 members, which means that at any given time, this can close, because I believe the plan is to close this off at about 200 or so. And with 2 weeks left still in this launch, it will go very fast. All right. So if necessary, go back to the resources that I just shared with you, simonleon.com/launch party. Right here, as well as simonleon.com/2021. Make sure that you watch the replays of the videos, read up on everything that you see, because this is something that will absolutely blow everything out of the water. Okay, so this is going to be super amazing. And I believe for those of you who are here right now and watching us right now, this is going to be super awesome for you as well. Okay, so in the meantime, before we close this off, I do want to say hi to a couple of friends who are continuing to leave messages. We have Nicholas again saying life is a directed mindset. You get what you focus on, negative or positive. It is absolutely your choice. And Nicholas and I, even though Nicholas had followed me for, he says, over 10 years, in the last several weeks alone since we have been friends, I think both you and I, Nicholas, we have seen people and great examples of people who have both positive as well as negative mindsets. People who are focusing on the positivity versus the negativity. And the scary part is, a lot of times, those who are, spreading negativity, believing in negative things, they don't even know that it's happening. They don't even know that they are being negative. And when suddenly they realize what is happening, and those around them are actually positive, and they're saying, hey, let's stop spreading around this negativity, suddenly they disappear. Suddenly they think that you are the one who's toxic. Suddenly they think that you're the one who is doing something wrong, and you're the one being negative. So in hindsight, a lot of times we can go on all day and all night talking about having a positive mindset or negative mindset or whatever else. In the end, it is up to you to realize the difference between right and wrong, the difference between a true opportunity and not, and one where you're actually being productive with your time or you're actually wasting it. I know people, these people I looked up to as mentors even when I first got started. Every single day, without fail, I see them either post something political, they would go on live streams, they would interview people, they'll talk about other people, they will start conversations and participate in conversations where it's just a waste of time, man, right? They're talking about the president, they're talking about government, they're talking about politics, they're talking about the pandemic and masking everything else. What productivity does that have for you, right? How is that making you more productive? How is that making your life even better? How is that helping you to reach your goals? Stop wasting your time with all that stuff. But to them, you can't tell them that, right? You can't tell them otherwise. And those of you who might be watching right now, maybe you happen to be one of those people and you're like, well, no, I'm doing this because I believe in it. I'm doing this because it's right to do. It's the right thing to do. It's for my kids. It's for me. It's for my next generation. It's for my family. It's for the world. It's for everyone else, blah, 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 whatever, right? How is that helping you right now? It's not, right? Whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you say right here, right now, is not going to make one difference or another. If you say, oh yeah, let's get out our popcorns and see what happens tomorrow with, the courts and everything else with the whole election, or other people saying it's over, forget about that conversation. Who cares? Whether or not it's over, it's not our place to actually judge anyway, right? Just sit back. Whatever happens, happens. Like I said, it doesn't matter who your government is. It doesn't matter who is controlling you. You control yourself, okay? You make sure that you do what you need to do to make 2021 now. We're not even talking about 2020 anymore. We missed that boat already, okay? Now it's time to focus on 2021. How will you make that your choice to make it absolutely positive? So thank you, Nicholas, for sharing that. It got me off on a tangent, but I am passionate about personal development, about you making the right choice for yourself. And so for anybody who might be listening, I hope that if it even inspires one person to make that difference, that it actually does help you somewhere along the way. We got Kat saying hi. Great to see you again. Always great to see you, Kat. And just like what Nicholas is saying, great to see you again as well. We have that always a great opportunity for us to share. Yes, Steven saying, hey, great to see you. Nice chatting with you during our launch party last night. Actually, it was in the middle of the night. Actually, it was in early morning my time. So depending on where you are, right, last night or this morning or yesterday afternoon, whatever, it's great to always see you. You're always around. And I know that we said that we need to keep in touch and talk about different things. I do want to get in touch with you along with Nicholas. So let's all plan on doing something like that. And speaking of Nicholas, he says, I was on the first launch party and it was at 5 a.m. my time, all the way from Brisbane in Australia. Glad I went. It was so good. I'm going to the next one too, just for all the info it contained. Awesome. Great. And just for being a part of our community, there will be a lot more that you will also be a part of as well. So definitely stay tuned. And if you're just joining us, definitely make sure that you watch the replay of this session. There's definitely a lot that we shared with you as well. We got Kat saying, thanks, #Groove Pages Training. Thank you, of course, for communicating with everybody. Nicholas is saying, super excited for the 2021 Fast Start Marketing. Whoop, whoop, you and I both, because not only am I proud to contribute to it, I'm also very excited to learn from the other Groove members as well, the other experts. As I mentioned, we have some veterans, so the learning never stops, okay? So that's when we say, put your ego at the door or whatever else, because you always need to continue to learn. Jeanette is saying, hi, dinner time wo, not hungry meh? Yes, definitely hungry. 就嚟食飯㗎啦 ，OK， 就嚟搞掂就出去食飯。有冇影相俾你睇佢哋 ？OK， 一陣間影。Okay, so thank you very much. Hopefully, we have many cool things going on as well. Steven is saying we need high vibes to go the distance. Yes, absolutely. There are so many cool things for all of us to continue to do that I believe that, yes, this is the time for us to do it. And by the way, there is one extra bonus. If you notice that, yes, I am telling you about the magazine, I am telling you about a lot of cool things that are going on, but at the same time, there is one additional bonus for you, and that is your opportunity to also do the exact same thing that I am doing and promote the magazine, promote the Fast Start bonus program, or whatever it is that they call it. This is the last affiliate promotion of the year, happening and starting today For many of you in different time zones, on the 18th of December, for me, it is the 19th already, which means that it's underway already. And for the next 2 weeks until the 31st of December, this is something that will continue to go live, and you will be able to learn directly from this page right here. In fact, I'm going to type this in for you right now, myinternetbuilder.com/JV. I'm not sure if this page is up yet, but if it's not, make sure that you come back and check it later. Okay, myinternetbuilder.com/JV. You will see this particular page where it will invite you to be a part of the Groove Magazine launch. So not only can you be a part of it, not only can you get access to tons of training, 40 sessions of training in early 2021, but also you have the opportunity to promote the entire thing, get promotional tools, which I will be talking more about later on tonight, my time, inside of the Groove community. So if you're inside there, make sure that you stay tuned for that as well. And I will share with you some ways where you can actually promote this program and potentially participate in what we call over $25,000 in cash and prizes are being given away. How cool would it be for you to get a piece of that as well? Okay, so this is a truly huge opportunity, and especially learning from the very best. We have done a lot of the work for you. A lot of the swipes have been written. All you need to do is to follow me, go back to myinternetbuilder.com, sign up for it if you haven't already, and this will allow you to join our community to be able to get access to a lot of the training that I will be starting on tonight and will continue to do intermittently for the next several days as well. So lots of exciting things that are happening right here, right now. Make sure that you take fast action to join all of us right here as well. All right, so in conclusion, for all of us right here, yes, 2021, as I just mentioned, is less than 2 weeks away. Pretty crazy, right? Less than 2 weeks away. I think it was just like yesterday. I was in Taiwan with my family and we were bringing in the new year. We said 2020 is just going to be an absolutely awesome year. We had so many plans to expand our variety of businesses, but in a few short weeks, all of that came crashing down. And so I would say this was definitely a year for us to grow, for us to adapt, for us to learn how to overcome challenges. Now, many people, they did this with style, right? They positively were able to make it the best year of their life. And some people, in fact, many continued to struggle because they just weren't ready. They didn't have the right resources, or maybe they just weren't mentally there and didn't have the right guidance. And so for you watching this right now, congratulations, because you have access to anything and everything that you possibly would need to make 2021 absolutely awesome. So again, if you're just joining us live, make sure that you watch this replay. Also, if you want to make it happen, it is now or never. Because, you know, when we say let's make 2021 super awesome, I'm not saying we have 2 weeks left, so let's waste our time and in 2021, boom, let's make it happen. No, I'm saying you got to start right now, dude. You got to start. You got to get all your ducks in a row. You got to join the communities. You got to go and make sure that you connect with us. You got to go into my mastermind group. You got to do anything that you possibly can in order for you to actually get there, because once a week goes by and 2 weeks goes by, before you know it, 2021 is here. Before you know it, we're a few months in. Before you know it, 2021 is already on its way to being over and you made zero progress. Okay, so right now is the time to do it. I don't care where you've been. I don't care who you've learned from. I don't care who you have heard from or what you've been exposed to in the past several weeks, in the past several months, in the past several years. Forget about the fake gurus, especially the local fake gurus. And I cannot stress this enough. All the people who can't even communicate properly, not in English, not in Mandarin Chinese, not in Cantonese, or any other language that they're trying to speak, forget about it. If you can't even understand the words that are coming out of their mouths, if they're not even hardworking enough to work on themselves, the fundamentals of personal development, how can they help you? They have no interest to help you. They can't even help themselves. Instead, work with me. Work with our world-class global marketing experts who have worked together, mind you, in the last several months alone to create a $50 million USD company, to create $100,000 USD a day, and in multiple occasions, $1 million days. I'm sure if there's anybody that you will want to learn from, it would be people who have been able to generate these real results, not just 10 years ago, not 20 years ago, in 2020, when times were the most tough, when people were having the hardest times, when people have been struggling all this while. This is the company that completely thrived, and you, along with me, will have the opportunity to learn from every single one of them. So absolutely use this opportunity to make sure that this works well for you, that this is something that you take full advantage of, and join me as well as anybody else. For example, Nicholas, whom you met right here moments ago, and some of the best veterans, the top money makers in the entire internet marketing industry. Join me. As they say, your network is your net worth. And now, because you are part of my network, I'm very proud to present to you my network can also be your net worth as well. All right. So one final time, make sure that you join us. If at the very least, go to simonleon.com/2021 or be a part of our launch party, simonleon.com/launch party. And this will be a great opportunity for us to connect. Again, later on, I will be doing another live show, a live training for anyone who is within the Groove community already. If you're not already in, contact me or watch this video again if you have any questions about how to join. It will be our exciting pleasure to welcome you into 2021. The launch party has just finished, but the next one will be coming soon. So with that, I want to congratulate all of you who have been here watching and those who stuck around, because it's also not everybody and not everyone who can stick around for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or sometimes an hour or longer for these type of sessions, because they feel like they have better use for their time, right? They feel like they should be doing better things with their time. They're too good to sit through what I have to share or what anybody else has to share. Well, great. Good on them, right? As they say in Australia, good on them, mate. Well, here, you know that you are here. You're still here. Congratulations to you, because these are the types of trainings that will change your life. All right. So Nicholas, one final time is saying thanks for all that you do for us. Really appreciate you and your time, dedication to us all. You are very welcome. Thank you for being a part of the community, and I am very excited in what 2021 has to offer. Let's go ahead and catch up more later on tonight. I know it's approaching, or maybe it's already midnight, approaching midnight your time already, but let's see what we can do about catching up sometime today or tomorrow, or if you're not available tomorrow because it is Sunday, let's definitely spend the time to communicate sometime within the next few days as well. Okay, so for the rest of you, thank you very much for being a part of everything as well. I look forward to catching up with you the next time that we go live right here on our channel, as well as when you're a part of any one of our other communities. For example, Groove is one of them. If you want to be a part of our other communities, I will share more about those later on in the future as well. So stay tuned. All right, so until next time, have yourselves a great weekend, and I shall catch you all the way at the top. Cheers, folks.